Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Still dealing with those windy conditions this morning with mostly sunny skies. We did see that wind advisory continue through the evening hours, and we still currently are under a wind advisory at the moment. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, still dealing with that area of low pressure off the New England coast. That will slowly start to move off to the northeast as we go through the day today, and this area of high pressure off to the west will continue to build into our local area. Current conditions as of 8 a.m. this morning, we have a few clouds at 3,000 and a few clouds at 12,000 feet. Otherwise, just dealing with those strong winds out of the northwest, gusting up to 26 knots at this observation, but we did see a gust up to 43 miles per hour on the island in the last hour, so pretty windy out there, and temperatures sitting around 33 degrees with a relative humidity at 63%. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see some of those mid-level clouds off to the northeast and just a few lower level clouds around the area. We'll see those start to clear out of here as we go through the day today, but breezy conditions over the local region continue. If we look at the short-term high-resolution models, see how things play out today. Again, keeping that tight pressure gradient to start off. That will keep things windy as we go through the day today, but we will see sunny skies and dry weather as we go through the day, and mostly clear skies as we go into the evening, keeping things dry. And we'll see that pressure gradient start to weaken as high pressure builds into the area, and that will help those winds start to calm down as we go into the evening, becoming fairly light as we get into Thursday morning. And as high pressure builds over the area, we'll see more mild temperatures return, becoming more seasonable for our day Thursday, and we will see some clouds in the area, but again remaining dry through our Thursday as well as into Thursday evening. And as we get into Friday, we'll see those winds shifting more out of the south-southwest, and that will allow some warmer temperatures to come into the area for Friday, and we'll have that next system approaching the area from the west, but look to remain dry most of the day on Friday. We'll see those winds pick up a bit, seeing a breezy to windy conditions at times, but this wind will be out of the south-southwest, so a much warmer wind with very mild temperatures for today, Friday. And as you see, as we get into the evening, we could see a few isolated showers popping up in the local area, but most of the precip should hold off until we get into the overnight and early morning Saturday. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, again, starting off on the cold side this morning, won't see temperatures climb too high today, expecting a high around 48 degrees as we get into the afternoon. We keep those windy conditions around out of the northwest, 15 to 20 knots, gusting up to 33 knots at its peak in the afternoon. So we do have that that red risk for winds at or above 25 knots through the day today and into the late afternoon, expecting that wind advisory to stay in effect as we go through the workday today. Then as we get into the evening, we'll see temperatures and the wind, temperatures start to cool down and the winds start to relax as we go into the overnight hours, not as gusty, dropping down to around northwest at 8 to 13 knots, and then continuing to drop out of the west-northwest as we start today on Thursday around 4 to 9 knots, and we'll see that low temperature bottom out around 30 or 31 degrees for the morning Thursday. So overall, a sunny day today. Could see a chance of a few high clouds around, but mostly clear to clear skies as we go through the day and into the evening hours, and then we'll see some high clouds more likely as we get into the day on Thursday. And tides are running normal at the moment. If we look at the next couple days, Thursday, a mostly sunny day to start off, and then we'll see those high clouds start building in through the day, becoming partly cloudy, so we'll have those high clouds increasing throughout the day. We'll see a seasonable day with a high around 56 degrees and green across the board for our weather risk as we go into Thursday evening. We'll continue to see clouds increase ahead of that next system, partly to mostly cloudy for the evening. We'll see a slight breeze pick up, and we will be mild for Thursday evening with a low around 43 degrees, but green across the board for weather risk Thursday night. And as we go into Friday, we'll see mostly cloudy to overcast conditions as that system approaches, and we'll see mild conditions with a high around 65 degrees, but we will see breezy to windy times throughout the day. So we do have that red risk for winds at or above 25 knots, and we'll see a slight chance of an isolated shower again during the mainly late afternoon and early evening possible, but again most of that rain should hold off till into the overnight hours, but we do have that yellow risk for that slight chance of an isolated shower. Well, that will wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.